Darren Dreger, who joins us on the VGK Insider Show. Hello, Gus.
Hey, Mallard. How's it going, buddy? Ryan, how are you?
Good.
So what do you have a handle on Utah, Vegas at all?
No, I wouldn't have a handle on it. I look, with great respect to Vegas, who, I believed was going to go deep into the playoffs, and I still feel that way. I think the rest of the league is now keenly aware of how good the Utah Mammoth are. And, when you look into the future, if you have a crystal ball there, I think we can also see that Utah is making a bit of a statement here. I wouldn't call it a coming out party. It's way too early in that. Round one of the playoffs. And we just know that they're a good team, but they're a team that's built for success. And from an insider perspective, the reasons why I get excited is when I know that teams are going to be active or trying to be active. And I expect that that's what Utah will be in the offseason. They were a team that was kind of cruising around the trade deadline, and, they were looking at bigger pieces. And I think that Bill Armstrong and the group in Utah are going to continue that search in this offseason. So maybe we need to get used to Utah being a legit playoff threat. Not saying that they're going to get past Vegas. Don't misinterpret this. I'm just saying that I think that what we're seeing right now from the Mammoth is going to become more of what their identity is and their consistency in the years to come.
You got your head around the fact that John Tortorella is coaching this team in the first round of the playoffs?
Yes. And I paused because, again, with great respect to Bruce Cassidy, and as difficult as that decision was for Kelly McCrimmon and the Vegas Golden Knights to make, especially based on the timing, I mean, you do not make a change like that unless you know that it's in the best interest of the organization. And you don't make a change like that, letting a decorated coach in Cassidy go, unless there's somebody available that you believe has the right ingredients, the missing piece, if you will, at that point of the year. And I know John personally. I've always been a big fan of that guy. As you guys have gotten to know him, you get that sense, right? Like there's Coach John Tortorella on the bench in between periods, pregame, even post games where, okay, if you get 60 seconds and 3-word answers out of Torts, then that's a pretty good day. But there's also John Tortorella, the friend and the family man, who I've gotten to know over the years. And so I have all the time in the world for him. And I wasn't shocked that he found his way back on the bench. I guess just surprised at the timing of it all. But as it was explained to me after the fact, when you consider all the factors, I'm on the side that believes he's the right man for the job.
TSN's Darren Dreger joins us on the VGK Insider Show, giving us a couple of minutes on a game day here at the Fortress.
When you zero in on the Golden Knights through the first 4 games of the playoffs, Mitch Marner 3 assists, including a tremendous play that he made to Brett Howden for a shorthanded goal.
Yeah.
What have you seen out of Marner in his debut here for the Vegas Golden Knights?
Yeah, you're in my wheelhouse now, man, because I've been labeled a Marner lover through as many years here in Toronto, and much of the reporting that I did, prior to his contract extension in Toronto, and then ultimately his departure from the Maple Leafs and the joining of the Vegas Golden Knights. I've loved the way this kid plays the game, dating back to his major junior days in the Ontario Hockey League. His vision, his creativity, just everything about his approach, fearlessness at times. And I'm not talking about the physical side because, as you guys have seen, he just doesn't put himself in a bad situation. But he sees things, either seams or areas, or just, anticipates the open ice for a player to get to that he knows is going to get there in time, that the vast majority of playmakers in the National Hockey League just don't see. They just don't see it. So I'm happy for him, and the fact that, he's being rewarded. Not that it matters, because it doesn't matter at all. I'm going to say it anyway. I mean, the guy is still maligned. I'm going into a green room here at TSN, and I'm surrounded by probably 3 or 4 rabid Toronto Maple Leafs fans. Thankfully, they're off air, and they don't have a voice when it comes to talking about things publicly. They still they still look at Marner and they wish him nothing but ill will. It drives me crazy. So when he has nights like he had the other night, my phone is buzzing because I'm just zipping text messages to all these knuckleheads.